Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Now, just kicking things off, I'm sure you guys already see a big difference with our background. That's the fact of the matter is that this enclosure is fully planted, all the lights are on, it is looking absolutely fantastic. That's all due to the fact is we got one new member over here at DBC Exotics, a beautiful chameleon that we are going to be talking all about, but first we have to do one more thing. That is give a huge shout out to everyone that super chatted in last time's live stream. Now when I do live streams, of course, there's the option to donate and super chat, and what I do with those super chats is make amazing content for you guys, so that enables me to go to places like Frames, Chams, check out their chameleon facility, and purchase a chameleon of ourselves. All of you guys made it possible. I'm going to have all your names over here shouting you guys out. Of course, if you do super chat, and I do end up making, with the money I get from those, I'll make the videos, and then you guys get a shout out over here. However, there is also one particular person, one incredible person that deserves the biggest shout out of all. And that is going to be the one, the only, Yoshi the Chungus. This guy deserves the biggest shout out of all, donating over $250 for the Chameleon Fund. He was the biggest contributor in making this whole thing possible. What he did is make sure that we could secure the chameleon, was able to take that amazing facility tour, fully plant the enclosure, make it look nice, have all the proper lighting and everything. None of that would have been possible without my boy Yoshi, man. Actually, ironically, notified me that I missed my live stream on Friday. It said I was going to do one on Friday at noon. I totally spaced that. That is my bad, guys. This Friday at noon, we will be having a live stream. I put a reminder in my phone, so if you guys want to come over, hang out, we'll be doing a new thing, new super chat goal for this new thing for the reptile building. It's going to be awesome. Make sure you check it out. But alright folks, enough hesitation, enough suspense going on, let's get into it. The chameleon unboxing. Which chameleon did Dakota buy? And here he is, our new little veiled chameleon, Yoshi the baby. This is actually the first time I'm handling Yoshi. We decided to do Yoshi. I mean, Yoshi, he was such a huge contributor, we had to name the chameleon after him. So this is Yoshi the baby. Yoshi is a pied translucent veiled chameleon. I've had veiled in the past, and I wanted to do a little bit, oh man, my shakes, man, it's so bad. I wanted to do something just a little bit different from what the usual is. So I thought a pied translucent would be pretty cool. He has a low pied expression, so really the pied is only gonna be on his feet, and he does have a little bit on his veil. That'll definitely be more pronounced as he gets older and that veil gets larger, but this guy is just absolutely stunning, man. Just an awesome little chameleon. See, he's not doing terrible with handling. When I first took him out, he was getting some stress spots, but he calmed down a little bit. Now, you really don't want to handle chameleons all that much. He's not enjoying it very much. It's probably going to be one of the only times I'm going to handle him very rarely. I just want to take him out to show him off in the video, then we're going to put him up in his setup. But this is just such a cool little baby. This is actually my first baby chameleon that I've ever had. I've usually gotten either wild-caught imports, so with my Jacksons, I've always been adult imports, or with my veils, I've had a couple of veils, and they've all been adults. The first one was a rescue that was around 5 years old. This was before the channel and everything. I was just like, I was a little reptile hobbyist. And then my last one, of course, was Gyro, my veiled chameleon, who was a 4-year-old retired breeder. That was just incredible. Gyro was probably my favorite reptile in this collection. Had a little bit of a cough. I'm so sad that he passed, but he didn't make it a good amount of time. I believe he was 6 or 7 years old when he passed, so not the full chameleon life cycle. However, I don't know how he was cared for in the beginning of the majority of his life, those 4 years. That could have had an impact, but he was amazing. He was an awesome little dude, and now we've got another little baby veiled chameleon that I'm just so excited about. But of course, this is only half of the show, folks. I mean, obviously, it's awesome handling a baby chameleon, but you don't want to handle him too much. Obviously, he's just getting to his new home. We don't want to stress him out a terrible amount by showing him off, so we'll just do one little clear view. Yeah, you can definitely see the little pied markings over on his feet, and I'm so sorry about my shakes, guys. I don't know. And then you can see a little bit on the veil too. Stop face tracking. Not my face, the chameleon. There we go. We can see a little bit on the head crest as well. Just an amazing little chameleon. But let's put him up and let's check out what I actually did to make this enclosure 100% chameleon happy. All right, up and out of the chair, let's check out this incredible enclosure. Now, this is just a standard 2 foot by 2 foot by 4 foot from Zoom and Reptibrace. This enclosure was, well, to say in the least, it was in shambles after Gyro. It sat in the junkyard for quite a bit. Let me move this chair. It sat in the little garage area and pretty much where I keep all the not enclosures. I call it the junk pile because it's just like a bunch of miscellaneous enclosures just chilling. This thing was bad when I moved it. I had a couple of tears. There were already a couple of holes in there. It really wasn't good. However, then I actually took a note of Northern Exotics, how he did his chameleon enclosure, and I thought, there might just be a way to actually save this enclosure. Yeah, look at him. Hang on, let me zoom in. Zoom in. Oh boy, climbing to the top. Baby Yoshi. Oh god, I missed the spot. So in order to fix the holes and tears that were going on, we actually completely surrounded this area with some insulation boards. These are just the simple Pink Panther boards. They're only a couple of bucks. It's real nice. This way, there's no way for him or the insects to escape. And what this also does is also retain humidity within the enclosure. So a lot of things with chameleons, while you do want ventilation going on, which is why most people recommend the screen enclosures, the big issue is also humidity, making sure you have these humidity gradients and that you're keeping high humidity at night. A big problem with this is the fact when they're screen enclosures and you don't have like a reptile building or a bunch of animals that already makes this enclosure humid, you have a chameleon that's not getting the proper humidity. So this one is actually what people like to call a hybrid enclosure, where it's half screen and then half sealed. So we're able to retain the humidity a little bit better and having it last a lot longer than the standard one would be without any of the screen. Oh, he's going for it. Oh boy. And after that, what we did is we got some great stuff and started foaming it in, and there are a couple of areas. Don't be escaping now, Yoshi. Oh boy. He's doing an escape. Where are you going, buddy? Let's not leave. Come on. You got click for the chameleons, and then they're like, oh, okay. Up, I see your strat. I see it. Okay, let's get you down with the umbrella plant. Guys, he likes me. Or maybe he just doesn't want to be in his home. Either one. What we did is we got the great stuff going on, and then we actually great stuff inside of these branches. So we have this one, that one, this one over here, and then this long boy down here. This is all actually great stuff into the background. So these aren't going anywhere. These are pretty sturdy, and they'll definitely hold a chameleon, even at his size, but especially when he's older as well, they'll still be able to hold him up pretty. Look at this little baby, oh my god. Bro, I can't with this baby chameleon, he's so adorable. After that, we generously applied layer upon layer of dry lock. This is what gives that final stony feel. It's got that nice texture going on as well. Great for him to grip on. You saw earlier that he was actually gripping onto this. I missed a few parts, which isn't the biggest deal. However, this thing is just looking 100% fantastic, man. We got this nice stone-looking background going on, and I couldn't be happier with how it came out. Finally, I decided to add some more branches, so we zip-tied these bad boys, creating like a little jungle gym platform. We added some plants, of course, this nice big pothos. What this can do is not only the vines are going to help him with climbing like he is right now. Oh, focus, focus, focus. Boy. Also provide some coverage as well, so if the chameleon's feeling stressed and he doesn't want to be out in the open, he's able to retreat in here. We have some branches going down in here and here and down here where he's got some shade going on. He can escape the UVB bulbs and the basking light for a little bit of shade coverage. We also put a nice umbrella plant. Now, I wanted a larger umbrella plant. However, if you guys watch this video that I'll put in the corner right here, they didn't have the right one. So what I did is I bought the largest one I could that wasn't $120, and I'm just gonna have it naturally grow out. We got some nice plant lights coming over here, and these will make sure that these plants are gonna grow. They are CFLs, but they do the job. So eventually this thing will take over this entire area. What my plan is going to be is actually trim these down and create a nice like bush down here. So he has a bunch of stuff to go to. The pot will be big enough that it'll actually take the entire circumference of this area. So when we have the misting systems going, which I have not installed yet, but I definitely am, and when we have the pothos dripping out water, it's all gonna collect in this pot right here, which at this point will create a hole. We'll have some sort of drainage system. I haven't entirely figured it out yet, but that's the plan. Just a giant umbrella bush going on down here to this pothos hanging down, and then of course all the way up having this nice basking spot up here. Is he just having the time of his life in these plants? He loves climbing around these things. Funny enough, now this does seem like a pretty big enclosure. Honestly, I thought he was a lot bigger. This is my bad. I assumed he was larger than what he was. The pictures just, I don't know. I thought he was a bigger chameleon, but he's kind of a small guy. However, stuff from Fram's Cams, they said this would be fun as long as I add enough coverage, which I feel like I did a pretty good job. We got like all of this going on here. He has plenty of hiding spots if he gets a little bit too stressed out. And then of course he wants to bask. We got this nice little jungle gym hanging out for him. Honestly, I don't think this will be Yoshi's final enclosure. Here's the thing. I originally built this enclosure for the plans of having it with a Jackson's chameleon, a rainbow Jackson to be specific. However, actually doing some more research and really getting into Jackson's care, I found out that their night drops are very intense. Jackson's chameleons require a night drop of 65 below, which I own a pretty large reptile building. I own a lot of reptiles. I can't get this house below 65 degrees on a nightly basis. It's just not possible. I feel like I wouldn't have done right for the animal. I did not want to, you know, I don't want to give subpar care, so I figured the Jacksons really wasn't a pet for me because of that. That's why we ended up with another veil. They're a little bit more hardier. Their temperatures range a little bit more hotter than the standard Jacksons, but the issue is, I made this enclosure for a Jackson. You can tell the walls are pretty thick and the branches are a little bit thin. Now this is perfectly fine for a baby veiled chameleon. However, when he gets older, I mean, veils get fairly large. They'll probably fit in the palm of my hand, and we kind of took up a lot of space with this enclosure. So I'm thinking once he becomes an adult chameleon, we might actually just build a custom enclosure for him. Put a bunch of really nice plants. I might get into some chameleons, guys. I forgot how much I liked chameleons until we got Baby Yoshi and I checked out that amazing facility over at Fram's Cams, because now I'm really like, man, chameleons are so cool. Seeing all the different colors. Later on, we might be getting into some chameleons. That might happen. Who knows what the future holds, but all I know is right now, Yoshi's extremely happy in this enclosure, and I couldn't be happier with how it came out. There are a couple of things missing in this setup that we're actually either on the way or about to grab. Number one is this UVB. We only have a 12-inch 10.0 zoom head, which really isn't going to cut it. We need a larger UVB bar, so I got the Arcadia 24-inch, so this is going to span the entire enclosure. It's going to be a lot better. I prefer the Arcadia bulbs over the zoom head, but unfortunately I just didn't have the Arcadia bulb with me right now, so we're getting a new one. That'll be here in, I believe, like 3 to 5 days. We'll have a nice UVB bar for the little guy. Secondly, we're going to need some sort of misting system. Now, Dakota kind of goofed. I did it a little bit here where we can put a nozzle, but right here, I might have to cut this part out to put a nozzle. So we'll have a misting going on at night. It's really important for chameleons to have high humidity at night, so the misting system really should only be going on during the days at night, and then you have that humidity gradient dropping during the hours of the day. Other than that, I think we got a pretty good setup going on, man. We got the basking, we got UVB, whether it's not the perfect UVB that I really want. Some nice plant lights. I might switch this because this is really bulky, and I kind of want to move the basking spot a little bit further up so you can kind of bask around this whole area rather than just the corner. It'll heat up the enclosure a little bit more as well, so I might get rid of this, maybe trade it out for some sort of LED bulb, something like that. I do have an LED strip somewhere. That might be the swap to go with, but yeah, man, just a happy little chameleon in its new home. We use plenty of zip ties, and it's just a great setup. I mean, again, man, I am really happy with how this came out. It's pretty rad, I gotta say. Little imperfections. I kind of wish I figured out how to, you know. But hey, it was my first big chameleon build. I'm pretty happy with how it came out. Hey, what's a chameleon video without little feeding montage? So here we got some dusted crickets. We'll see if he'll tongue feed off of us. Ooh, what do we got here, buddy? Nice little cricket. Come on. Yeah, good job. Look at that. Ready. Oh, missed. So here he goes. Nice. Very nice. All right, buddy, last one. Let's end this on a high note. Let's see if you can hit it. Here we go. Here we go. He's got eyes on it. Sticking that tongue out. Oh, oh, oh. Here he comes. Here he comes. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, folks, there you got it. We gotta check out my brand new chameleon and the incredible setup that he's in, which, you know, not too snazzy. Pretty good video if I say so myself. And if you guys are wondering how to build an enclosure like this yourself, I am actually going to be making another build like this for my Quince monitor trio. I believe that'll be out on Tuesday. We'll be going in depth on how exactly what materials you need, how to carve, make this, pretty much how to make a background like that, but I'm going to be doing it for Quince monitors. But it's universal. You can apply it to anything. Quince monitors, Chameleons, anything that you want. Other than that, folks, as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to follow me on this beautiful, amazing journey that I love to call DVCB Exotics, man. If you could be so kind before you head out, maybe hit that subscribe button, you know, on the road to 100,000 subs. You know, here's the thing. Dakota really wants that play button, man. We're gonna put it right on the Toke's head if we get it. It's gonna be an amazing, beautiful thing. You could help out today by just pressing that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.